Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's crazy. I don't know why this happened. But we have the celebrate the festival event that's just arrived. Kind of threw everything in a bit of chaos. To be fair, I wasn't even sure how to start this video. I spent about 20 minutes actually looking at things behind the scenes. I tried not to take anything, like by claim anything, just so I can give some people and you guys, more importantly, some examples of what can or can't happen. But yeah, I guess we'll just start from the beginning. Let's delve into it. So it's the celebrate the festival. I'm not even going to really try to pronounce this guy. We're just going to call him Kark. Old mate Kar over here is a legendary divine beast, which is a tongue twister. But essentially, he becomes available to. I'm gonna say you've got a chance to get him. I don't know how pay to win this will be, so we will delve into that. Just to give you some context, the Beasts tab is here. Yeah, so he's one of the two divine beasts. What does he do? When the first round ends, he deals damage, basically armor ignoring damage, so that's pretty good, to front row enemies, so all three front row enemies, and reduces the attack by 10% for 2 rounds. But he can only trigger once per battle. Hmm. But then again, it's that's not bad. That's not bad when you think about it, because as you progress along in player levels, you also unlock additional slots. So the links kind of, he only triggers once as well, but he does like significantly good damage against a couple of the enemies with the lowest HP because he attacks in a column. He still hits two enemies, so it's not too bad. Even though Dynasty Heroes actually has multiple turn-based monster procs, or pet procs, I should say. But I mean, I guess they're taking it in a different direction. So this looks like it's one of the chances to get Kark, and the other one, Rock, would probably be a corresponding event eventually, potentially to get this guy's legendary shards. He looks like a healer. Yep, picked it. Rejuvenation gives it away. Yeah, 50%. Interesting. So not bad, not bad. I mean, if you were going to ask me who I would go for, like to spend money on, I would probably say the damage or the attack reducing pet would maybe serve me a little bit better than the healing one, just because I run Hotoa. And I promise you, get around to doing a healer. What do the healers do, and whether or not you should change up your nations, mix and match, and things like that. I will do something very shortly, covering that, at least a couple of those points. Um, but yeah, so every day the event goes from the 20th, because this is in American time. Sorry, us Australians don't have it. This is a little bit backwards to us. So today's the 20th, and it ends on the 23rd. Okay. So I'm assuming 3 to 4 days, depending on where reset is. So daily login. Okay, so we're going to get five of these drumsticks. So main ingredient in luxurious banquet. It can be obtained from active events and used to exchange. So it expires on the 24th. So it looks like we get an additional day to use the currency. So that's always nice. Vegetables. Can be used to, yep, yada yada yada. Same thing. But we'll see what they do eventually. I assume the ones down the bottom, I got from just I did one of my dailies, and I got some chicken drumsticks. So I'll give you some live examples, but we'll claim this out. So I mean, look, 500 ignits alone is, I'm not complaining. Free is free, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take 500 a day and give me some drumsticks and veggies, and let's see what I get with it. Um, as for the daily package, I mean, they go up in, respective value. Uh, Stamina is always sexy, people. It is a very juicy commodity. You can never have enough. As for the ignates, I mean, we all know why we want ignates to buy more stamina and everything else. But as for the chicken, I mean, or the lamb steak, I should say, it'll be interesting to see what you can exchange for that. I might not cover that fully in this video. This might just be an introductory, but I will definitely be showing you what I do and don't purchase with it. But let's go along. This by far looks like the most free to play friendly event that we've got so far. Because this is essentially it's a drop chance. So if you're familiar with Dynasty Heroes, you'll be very familiar with what this mechanic is. So there is a percentage, or I should say, there's a probability when you complete any of these tasks during the festival. It doesn't say daily, so we can assume that this is over the course of the festival. We're going to assume that there is a limiter. I will always assume there's a limiter. Um, just because I know in the previous ones there is also a limit to how many you can acquire each day. But I would say you're just doing your daily list. You're doing your treasure hunt, you're doing your behemoth raid, your warrior trials, your arena. So if you're not in the habit of doing this, then certainly get into the habit of doing this. Conquests, side quests, basically story instance. It would be very interesting if this is a daily refresh. So I'm definitely going to try and get as far as I can, and we'll see whether or not I do hit any of the limiters in the acquiring of it. Again, it'd be interesting to see. So we're going to test that out. As for missions, I feel like this is a one-time only kind of thing. Premium recruitment. If for those that have been saving premium recruitment, good on you. Personally, I'm stupid. I was spending it, but it looks like you can get up to 50 free. Well, 50 draws give you some pretty cool drumstick currency. Let's have a look. Team battle, same deal. I mean, you basically just go in and you do your side quest battles. I feel like most people know how to do that, but we'll do a couple at some point during the next couple of days while the event is live, as an example. Goodie exchange. Hello. Oof. You had me. You had me. The minute I saw these, you had me already. That's a Dalchan copy right there. But I'll be very curious. How do I get these lamb steaks? I'm curious to see how I get me some lamb steaks. Uh, it kind of looks like that's the premium currency is the lamb steaks. The chicken and the veggie platters, they kind of look like, oh, don't fall into this exchange trap. Don't do the drumsticks lambs. No, don't do that. Get rid of that idea. We learnt from the previous currency event. That's not how it works. You don't convert drumsticks and get lamb steaks. You in fact sacrifice your lamb steaks and get drumsticks, and that's a big no-no. Um, Same with your platters. So basically, this is kind of like your average free exchange chance. Well, there's limiters on it, of course, but I mean, just from an observation point, you're probably gonna be able to max out most, if not all, of the goodies like the weapon chest, the artifact chest. I mean, I probably wouldn't get the relic chest. I probably would get the equipment chest. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, free is free. But yeah, like I said, I would be very curious to see if there is an opportunity to drop some of these lamb steaks that don't cost money. Um, where's the lamb steaks at? That's a lamb steak. That's a lamb steak. Huh. I mean, you're getting five lamb steaks for $1.59. What can five lamb steaks get you? I'm totally off track right now, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so it's going to cost me 10 to get 5 shards. Interesting. It's going to cost me 10 to get 5 shards of you as well. Interesting. I see a lot of 10s going on here. Oh, wow. Look, I completely missed the premium. That's pretty cool. Very expensive. This is 1000% not a free to play item. What does that do? Deals damage to back row enemies, burns the target, reducing the HP by 30% of the caster's attack. Every round for 2 rounds, deal in addition 80% damage if target has more than 50% HP. Interesting. Yeah, if you poison, I'd be buying you immediately. You don't poison. Deals damage to a column of targets. This has a 40% more crit and ignore 40%. Oh, okay. So if you crit, you do 40% more crit and ignores 40% of target's defense. PvP status attack plus 20k. PvP damage reduction 10%. What do you got? Exactly the same. Attack 20k. PvP damage. Okay, well, I mean, look, if you're running a Wu Nation, you'd be buying this hands down. This looks like pretty much a Wei Nation. However, I probably would even go as far as say it's not too bad for Han either, or Warlord because we lack single target damage. But how much would I need to spend in order to buy that? I'm really sidetracking here, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize, but I would like to know. Now I don't want to unsee the math that was in my head just then. So that will cost roughly 500 of those, $800 ish, give or take, 800 ish for one of those skins. So we're gonna pass on that idea. That's not a good idea. But yeah, it looks like you can get a lot of drumsticks, which you'll be able to exchange for some cool epic equipment and some event-ish currency. Um, and then you've got your limited discount, so you can actually buy. Well, you can buy his shards for 1,000. Limit of 11. Interesting. But you can definitely buy some of these. Would I? No. But if you've got additional ignates you've been saving, and there is something that you really do want, well, you get a discount, which is not too bad. Honestly, I don't feel like it would be a bad investment, but I mean that's still 11,000 ignates just to get what 60 shards. So if you got and you need 100 of him, I assume. Let's never assume. Let's just go into it and have a look. You need 100. So you could get 60 just from spending ignates, right? 11 times 5. Oh no, 55. Where's my math there? 55. Hmm. I'm pretty sure they're gearing it so that you spend money. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely feel like they're not gonna give you a free one. At least not this event. I mean, if you do them back to back, for sure you'll be able to buy him for free just with ignorance. But yeah, I don't know if that's a sound strategy or not. It's up to you. That is a bit of an investment. He's worth it though. He does seem pretty cool. So let's actually, before I drag this out to be a 2 hour video, let's actually jump in there and just a reminder, make sure you're still claiming these. It's still a day to go for those that have this as a live event. You can save them for other events for limited heroes. So I'm going to be saving those tokens up. Trying to get in the top 10 to secure those shards. So make sure everyone is hoarding, especially if you are a free to play player. It is very valuable. Now, if it turns out that I've misled the community and you can't in fact save these for additional events, I don't know how bad I feel. I'll probably have to delete my channel. So I'm hoping the person that said you could do that in one of the comments wasn't lying to me. But yeah, there's only one way to test it, and that'll be in 5 hours and 44 minutes. But I continue to go around in circles, so forgive me. Well, let's just go to we gotta do warrior trial anyway. I have to hit the reset. I've maxed this out. The warrior trial event's probably coming to a close, so make sure you do your tower and get some additional goodies there. It is over here in the this little dude warrior trials. There you go. Make sure you check that out if it's available for you on your server, and do your warrior trials because free's free. Let's go in here. Let's go to here. Now I'm just going to quick blitz it. Let's see how high we climb. Now, interestingly enough, I don't know if you can see it, but we be getting little drumstick symbols popping up as we blitz these levels, which I like to see the little drumsticks. I'd like it if they were all added up down the bottom, but they're not. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 6, 7 drumsticks from blitzing the levels. Not bad. Not bad at all. Will I push any higher? I mean, just rule of thumb is maybe this will be the tip of this video is the quickest way to push higher is obviously to check out the victory conditions. So if the victory condition is if you can defeat the enemy within 4 rounds, that means that you as long as you don't exceed four rounds of the battle and like 5 of your heroes die and you've got 1% HP left and you still win, like that's a pass. Whereas if it's your total HP exceeds 70%, it basically means your heroes can't take damage. In a nutshell, it means your heroes can't take damage. So we'll try out a challenge here. I went the middle ground. I always play it safe with the this one. I know that I've won because this is a pro tip, by the way. If you have the skip icon down in the bottom right corner, it means you've won. It's a guaranteed. It doesn't appear for non-guaranteed wins. So yeah, so always look for the little skip icon. I don't know if it also, I mean, I want to say it could be that you've already passed this level 2 that it gives you the skip option, but I'm almost positive it appears if you have a guaranteed win. So this will be interesting. Let's see if we get there's no little skip option, so let's see if we can. Ooh, oh man, he hit hard. He hit really hard. I feel like Dong Zhao almost died there. Almost got us below the 70% HP threshold. But we got it. That was actually legitimately close. So yeah, sometimes in these scenarios you don't want to risk it for the biscuit because if you do fail, obviously you lose a life, which is a chance to succeed. But we'll quickly do this one and then I'll show you the other one. I don't want to string this out too long. Please give me skip. Thank you so much. Guaranteed win. At the end of each stage, you get a chance to pick a buff for your team depending on how many stars you have. In this instance, I only have 5 stars, so I can only pick the first one. Do the buffs matter? Yes, absolutely they do. Click the little binocular down here and you can see all the current buffs that you have from your smashes. This allows you to beat much, much higher teams. So in this instance, I mean, my power level is 40,000. I'm just going to do it. It says win within 4 rounds, so I'm fighting a team with 124,000 power. Let's see if I can actually beat them within 4 rounds and not everyone dies. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible with all the additional buffs that you get from the levels. Yes, it is RNG dependent. Sometimes you luck out and you get all the good ones. Other times, not so much. I don't know. I don't know. How he might heal us just enough to get us across the line. My random should come up soon. Ooh, this is going to be close. It's going to be close. All right. As you can see, we beat 124 million tower team, and our power is only at 40 million. So it is very possible. In these situations, I tend to go for the 3-star hero, like the 3-star win, I should say. I do like to risk it for the biscuit. That's just a personal choice. But as you saw, we got 7 of those turkey sticks from doing that. Let's try one more before I let you all go. And I'll definitely be able to say whether or not they reset. If it's a daily reset or it's just the entire event, you can only accumulate 15 depending on where you go. Let's go PvP arena. Let's blitz a couple of these. Let's see how many turkeys we get. One. So how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3 Wow, 3 chickens, man. I like me odds on this one. Jeez. Of course, we're going to know by the end of it because they had 0 to start with. All right, so doing 20 smashes of the arena. We actually got 7. 7, not bad. 7 out of 15. So it's that easy. Everybody, make sure you're doing your dailies. Make sure you're, doing as many as you can. You always have the option to spend some additional ignits to do your raids and stuff like that. I mean, look, that's up to you. I think it's worth it, depending on how many chicken drumsticks you need to get to the other side. I mean, oh, geez, I'm trying to be serious here. It just depends on where you want to actually end up at the end of the event. Remember, you still need 5 of these drumsticks to get one package, I guess, one chest, which is one exchange. So you do need quite a few drumsticks. You're definitely going to need a lot of vegetables as well. Um, it just depends how much progress you can make. I personally feel like the equipment and the relics are going to be very nice. The epic. This is going to boost a lot of people, especially if you did the corresponding weapon event. I feel like you're definitely going to be in a good position to at least get one copy of every single one available. Or at least I know that I am in that position. So for me, I'm probably going to spend a little bit of gold on that. I will come back to maybe the last day and I'll see how many of these I get. Maybe we'll do like a mini summoning yada yada event, just to get those additional drumsticks. But I will leave it there. Hope that everyone has got this on their server. Hopefully, this is something that we can all look forward to and share together. Let me know in the comments section what you're going to buy. Are you actually going to spend a little bit of money on this event? Or are you going to strictly stay free to play? I respect everyone's decision equally. But I would say that potentially this is a better one to spend on your daily $1.50 packages, because I think at the end of it you're going to be able to buy some legendary shards and weapon shards and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're free to play, I don't think you're going to be able to get any of these lamb thingy things unless there is one hidden away. It doesn't look like participation doesn't appear to be lamb steaks, unfortunately. But still pretty decent for free to play players. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned.